For nearly 2 years now, we have been doing High Rollers digitally due to lockdown restrictions and our own concerns for each other's safety. But as the whole team is now vaccinated and we trust each other to be responsible, we've been talking about what we wanted to do going forwards. Trot has put in a ton of work to make playing digitally great, finding amazing tools and software and equipment to keep our stream quality as high as possible so that High Rollers was still an amazing show to watch and listen to. And in doing this, we actually realized that there were a lot of things we preferred doing digitally over using our previous live action space, which we shared with the Yogscast. There were far fewer tech issues. We had more control over music and effects. It was easier setup, etc. But as great as playing digitally was, we still missed playing in person and that special magic spark that we got physically being at the table together. So we did start thinking about if we did go back to playing in person, what would we change? How would we be different? What could we do better? And a lot of the answers we came up with required us to have our own recording space that was purely ours. Now, in Bristol in the UK, that's not very easy to come by. There's no big recording sound stages to hire. There's not, a lot of warehouse and office space is vastly over our budget. But a few weeks ago, we found somewhere with potential, and after a few visits and a bit of administrative work, I am very excited and happy to say we've signed the paperwork, and we will be moving in on December 1st. High Rollers Studio is go! Studio! Now, first, while we might be moving in on December 1st, you won't be seeing any streams from the studio probably until at least January. Due to the holidays, charity events, and just the steps we need to get the place ready, we've decided to wait until after January or January to start streaming from there. And part of that reason is we need to get a lot of equipment. A lot of the stuff we used previously was owned by the Yogscast as part of the shared space that we used. And moving to our own place means we need our own equipment as well. Now, we can afford to get a few things to get us rolling, but we know that you guys and us, we want it to make it the best possible stream we can. We want to make the studio look as good as we can. So in order to do that, we will be doing a fundraising stream on Saturday, the 20th of November. That's this Saturday, starting at 12 p.m. and going till 12 a.m., all UK time, obviously. 12 hours, baby. We're going to be streaming a load of different stuff, one-shots, battle royale, nail painting, video games, Q&As. We're going to be doing a ton of stuff, party games. So come by. Everything we raise in the fundraiser will go towards buying better equipment, like better cameras, better audio setups, maybe a fancy map cam, a mood lighting that Trot can control, as well as decor to make the space as cool as it can be, like a custom table, fancy backgrounds, all of that good stuff. We are so excited about this step. This really is the next milestone in High Rollers level, 20 journey. And none of this would be possible without Patreon support. Patreon is literally covering our rent and costs to make this space happen. And so without them, this wouldn't be a thing. So thank you, patrons, for supporting us in that.
Thank you so much.
And if you really want to support High Rollers to keep growing and doing more with the studio, supporting us on Patreon is 100% the way to go. We actually have an idea to celebrate our patrons and the people that help us raise money for the fundraiser. We had this idea of having a physical book or an ancient fantasy tome, like called the Book of Champions or something, that we'll have in the studio, and we're going to write down all the patrons' names and all big fundraisers' names and things like that to go in there. So you'll always be remembered. You'll be a living part of the studio history.
Forever.
And all of this is not just to make the next, the end of Erois and the next campaign look amazing, but also doing more content. Our own studio set up exactly how we want with the tools that we need means that we can do more stuff. We could do things like board gaming nights, war gaming things. We could do cool group chats. Who knows what else other kind of content we can do. More D&D stuff as well, or RPG stuff. So please come along on Saturday the 20th. That's this Saturday, 20th of November, and help support us making the best High Rollers studio ever. And that's it.